Marketing Dividends, presented by the Australian Association of National Advertisers, inspiring responsible, innovative and respected marketing.
How do Australia's leading advertisers tackle today's business challenges, especially in the midst of a cutthroat supermarket price war? Well, James Hier, CEO of MEC Media Agency, is joining me in studio, along with Madeleine Fitzpatrick. She's Metcash, or IGA GM of Marketing. Welcome to you both to the program. Madeleine, welcome to you.
Thanks, Lee.
You simply cannot talk about the grocery sector here in Australia these days without talking about Aldi, without talking about Costco, the looming, perhaps, intrusion of Amazon Fresh. You certainly have not picked a very easy brief.
Yeah, but we've been operating in a highly competitive environment now for some years. We are 2 years into our transformation plan, and as an independent network supporting independent retailers, our focus is to create a sustainable future for independent business in Australia. And the way we respond to that is we play to our strengths, and we are focusing on addressing our opportunities. So our strengths being to really provide our retailers and our customers with a tailored offer, to be able to partner with local producers and local suppliers, and to be active in our communities. From a competitive perspective, though, our customers have told us that our opportunities are that they'd like to see an improvement in our prices. And so last year we launched a price match campaign, which was faced by Shane Jacobson. And it's a program where we match the everyday prices of over 1,000 lines against the majors, and we take the lowest of the two prices. We also looked at our private label range, our value tier, which is black and gold, and we repackaged, we optimised the products, we repriced, so that we make it more affordable for our customers to shop with us.
Yeah, I think in the midst of this war, there seems to be a lot of headwinds which are flowing your way. If you look at the broader customer trends of wanting to shop local, wanting local ownership, more frequent shops but with smaller markets, fresh food, they are certainly firmly sitting in your court. How are you making sure that IGA takes advantage of these?
They are trends that we're seeing. We know that shoppers are not just shopping more frequently, but they are time poor, and they are very keen to get in and out of stores quickly. They're also looking for solutions. So our focus has very much been on fixing the quality and the range of our fresh products, but offering a tailored range to each catchment. So imagine over 1,400 tailored IGAs that best understand and meet the needs of their communities.
And sorry to interrupt, but that's very integral to, I guess, this whole independent grocer, marketing line. But also, I mean, they really are independent because a lot of them are franchisees.
Well, they're independent retailers, so we are slightly different to a franchise model, but there are lots of parallels. And what it does provide us with is the agility to be able to offer tailored offers to our customers. And that's certainly an area of focus for us. There are lots of great examples of retailers around the country that are already doing that. IGA in Mount Eliza in Victoria have an incredible cheese and deli range and meat range, but they're famous for one of only 6 worldwide mustard bars, where they've got an incredible range of vinaigrettes and mustards to suit the customer in their catchment.
So, talking about customisation, personalisation, it's certainly at the front of every marketer's discussions, usually driven by data. My local IGA is in Balgola, and his name is Bill. How is he seeing the evidence of your data play in his till?
Yeah, look, data is incredibly powerful. It's more powerful when we can combine, though, the what with the why. So we look at transactional data. We've got a really good understanding of our customers' needs. But Bill, for example, will invite his customers to give him feedback every 6 months. And it's a structured survey that provides him with opportunities and areas for him to improve. And we use that information to benchmark not just against the rest of the IGA network, but also against our competitors. And what we do know is that our best performing stores are outperforming the competition. And that's because they have a competitively priced offer, a good range, but they have a tailored offer, and they partner with the local community in a way that it's far more difficult for an owned entity to.
Because these stores are operated very much on an independent basis, and you really encourage that for the aforementioned reasons, does that make the scrutiny placed on marketing more intense? Did your independent grocer's Bill in Balboa, you know, is he really a little bit more highly critical because he has such an important stake in that?
Absolutely. And it makes you far more accountable as a marketer. So every single initiative that we put forward will come under scrutiny because it's our role to grow every individual retailer's business. So there is a far greater level of accountability. We have to be really buttoned down in terms of our data and our insights, but it's also important that we understand how the P&L works, as well as how the operations and the running of a store work. We're not just one part of the solution. We've got to think about the whole solution, and we've also got to think about it from their perspective. Well,
independent grocers are a very pragmatic bunch of businessmen. Marketers like to talk about their brand purpose. I know it's something that IGA has been working on. How do you land brand purpose with these very pragmatic businessmen?
Well, businessmen and businesswomen. So many of our retailers are husband and wife teams. They're intergenerational as well, and they've got their families involved in the business. So the most important thing is that we've got a shared goal, and that's to be shopper-led and create this sustainable future for independent businesses. So it really just requires us to share that understanding and to focus on growth, and also to focus on meaningful differences for the customer. It's important as well that we are able to inspire our retailers, and that's where the opportunity for us is to share and scale the best of the network, and there are lots of fantastic examples around the network.
When price, though, is such a focus, not just for independent IGA, owners, but also, right across the whole supermarket brand or sector, I should say. When you are trying to, I guess, appeal on price at such a level, is that sort of really, I guess, restrictive when it comes to some of those other meaningful differences that you're really trying to highlight?
Well, affordability and price is really important to the shopper. It's important to all of us, particularly with the changing economical pressures. But it's only an issue when it's the only thing you've got to say. We have lots of things to say, and we also have lots of different channels to be able to do that through. For us, it's not just what we say, it's what we deliver, though. So it's more important that we are focused on fixing the customer experience. And that's where a huge focus will come for us over the next couple of years.
The experience you're fixing, everyone's talking about experience, but the shopper seems more and more promiscuous. They're shopping both at Aldi, Coles, Woolworths, yourselves. What are you doing to understand or try and reshape this behaviour?
Well, we're happy about that. We think competition's a good thing, and we think that IGA, through our footprint and our format, are really well placed to actually satisfy that. But it also comes back to our purpose, and our purpose is really to put some heart and soul back into grocery shopping. And when we looked at we looked at the market, we felt that it was a fairly sterile experience for customers. We actually feel like shopping is a fairly soulless experience in Australia. But when you combine competitive prices and a great quality range, and then you combine it with and balance that with a tailored offer, and an individual that really owns their store and is passionate about the customer experience and involved in their community, we think that that's a more enjoyable shopping experience.
So which brands globally are inspiring you to do a more soulful shopping experience?
There's another independent retailer in Ireland called SuperValue, and they have an incredible programme called the Supplier Academy, and they support small and local producers with the support by ranging those products in their stores. So imagine sort of a farmer's market inside of a grocery store, and we take some inspiration from them, but we also take a lot of inspiration from our own network, and we're constantly impressed with the innovation that we see Foodland IGA in Fruval in South Australia have an incredible program. So not just a fantastic offer, and they've been internationally recognised as being an outstanding supermarket, but they have a fantastic program that they've been running for over 12 years now called You Think, which is very committed to supporting the long-term employment for youths in Australia.
You've come from a leader in the QSR category. You're with a challenger in the grocery category. How has that affected you as a marketer?
I think it gives you a bit more freedom to be brave. You're able to look forward without looking over your shoulder, and you've certainly got more to gain and less to lose. So it gives you a bit more confidence, but it also means that you're more open, I think, to addressing real issues and opportunities, and you're not hampered by bureaucracy or sort of trying to protect your market position, which I think sometimes means you lose your way.
Madeleine, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nadine.
And James,
Thanks,
thank you to you.
Thank you,
So
Nadine.
James from MEC, Madeleine Fitzpatrick is the GM of Marketing Supermarkets for IGA. We have to take a short break, but when we return, we will take a look at some of the day's best and worst performers. Julia Lee from Bell Direct wraps up the market and gives us a preview of the US session tonight. Back in a moment.
Marketing Dividends, presented by the Australian Association of National Advertisers, inspiring responsible, innovative and respected marketing.